suggested that we meet under a disused jetty by the river.
Disused Yeti?
Hi, welcome to Disused Yeti. I'm Risa Romano.
I'm Warren J. Cox.
My name's Ken.
His cat's name is Pickles.
This episode, we're talking about Gallifrey One, which is a convention that they do in LA for Doctor Who.
In a hotel.
In a hotel.
In a hotel.
Yes.
That still seems weird to me.
I don't know. It's they have the entire ground floor level and part of the floor above it.
So is it a good amount of space?
It's a good amount of space, but
Okay.
it's in a hotel, which makes it harder to get in, and tickets have been selling out really fast.
Well, you said like 2 minutes?
2 minutes. 2 minutes last year.
And I mean, that sounds like Comic-Con. That
Yeah.
sounds like San Diego Comic-Con.
It's basically
Like,
the exact same thing. I mean, the con is smaller to begin with, but it is basically the same thing ticket-wise, trying to get tickets.
Yeah.
Last year, the server that they had crashed. They're doing it a different way this time.
does sound like
and,
Comic-Con.
and they had to send people like in batches, so we had to like email them and do all this special stuff so that everyone didn't go on the site at once.
It seems like they could easily just put it in another convention center, though.
Yeah.
Well, it's not in a convention center at all.
That,
Yeah,
and that's
so
yeah.
Why not?
Yeah. So
Do
move
they
it.
not like money?
I don't
Well,
know.
Or is it just the convenience of we can only get people like John Hurt or whatever
maybe
if
that's
it's
part of
that
it,
close
too.
to the airport?
Which if it's between... Oh, yeah.
That's actually a good
It is
point.
actually the LAX Marriott.
Yeah.
That is actually a good point.
Like they schedule it around layovers for the big names.
Yeah.
It's like, well, I have a layover in LA.
I think he was maybe there all weekend too, which was cool, because sometimes they come in
He
for
had a
day
really
or two.
long layover.
And
Yeah.
see, that's what I was going to say. Is like, it seems like they've got most of their guests for pretty long, right? I mean, they don't
Yeah,
have
I mean,
the full weekend
sometimes they only have people in
for a day or something.
for a day, but usually, like, if they have someone like Free Agyeman or Billy Piper or Arthur Darvill or those people, which they have all had, then they will come and do a panel late Saturday and early Sunday.
And let's not pretend we don't know who these people are. They're coming in limos anyway. They're getting I mean seriously, they're
I
getting
don't know, is
limos.
Arthur Darvill getting his own limo?
I bet you he is actually.
Someone's
bet you he
driving him
is.
around in a Prius.
Well, wow. Anyway,
Puncher now, so
I wouldn't spend money to give him a limo.
I'm just saying if they're driving these people around town, I mean.
I don't know how much around town they're doing.
Well, no, but that's what I'm saying. They could. I'm saying
Yeah.
they could. You
Yeah,
know, I
they
mean,
could.
get a bigger convention floor. You know,
Yeah.
like go to a convention center or something. I don't know LA convention center since it's so big, but something.
I mean, they could take part of it because that's all.
That's true too. That's true too. Yeah,
They don't need the whole convention
Somebody
center.
mentioned that they have multiple conventions on weekends. So
And even Long Beach does that too.
Yeah. So, I mean, that would make sense to make it a bigger experience because, I mean,
I think that they like that it's not so big an experience. I don't
Right.
think that they want it to evolve or devolve, depending on your perspective, into a Comic-Con situation.
Yeah.
Is there a convention floor? I mean, do they have like vendors and
Yeah,
stuff?
yeah.
Yeah, because it seems like most conventions is basically a big shopping mall.
Right, and
They
then
have
and then
a
stuff.
giant dealer's room.
Okay.
A million different vendors, yeah.
Huh.
I always end up spending a lot of money there.
Yeah.
That's what we retailers like to hear.
Yeah.
Can you get your dog a TARDIS sweater?
Probably.
'Cause
I don't know
would
that I
be cool.
specifically saw that. Do you have a dog?
You don't have a dog
No, but a lot of people get stuff for their dogs, so I'm just asking.
or cats.
That's
I
why
don't think Pickles would want to wear a
I was
sweater.
wondering why you weren't asking about cats.
Just in general. Because you see dog clothes all the time.
I'm sure that
I just think it'd
exists,
be
if not in the
funny and
dealer's room
adorable to see
somewhere.
a little dog walking around wearing a TARDIS
TARDIS outfit. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
But they get good guests.
But they
like
get really good
Like you
guests.
said, John Hurt.
Yeah, this last year.
Do they get a
alone, we
lot
had
of the
John.
older people?
Well,
from the
we
original
had
series?
2 doctors also. We had 5 and 7.
Okay.
I think that's cool. 7's cool.
Or no, we had 5 and 6. We had 7 last year.
6 is cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, you really hate 5.
I really hated
I
5.
like
Man,
5.
I hated 5.
I would watch 5 way over than
wanted
6.
to claw my eyes out with 5.
But
he's
I
David
was
Tennant's
just
father-in-law.
sort of ambivalent towards. I didn't dislike him.
I
No, I
felt
don't
like
think he's the
I
best,
felt like
but
the
I
show
don't-
took a real turn with 5.
Is that just because it wasn't Tom Baker?
Yeah, I mean, you're going from Tom Baker, who was doing the show for 7 years, to this guy wearing a friggin'
I like 7.
lacrosse
Cricket
uniform.
outfit.
I like 7.
And celery.
Yeah, he had a piece of celery in his pocket all the time.
Which
Fucking
they actually didn't. They actually give a reason for that in like his last episode or something. Perry's like, why are you wearing celery?
And what was the
It
reason?
was supposed to like protect him from some sort of poison, something.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember that. Anyway, so they get good guests. It's big. We get a lot of people, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I mean the first year I went was the last year that they didn't sell out, and that was like 5 years ago maybe.
Okay. Cosplayers.
Always like at least 50% probably. I mean I cosplayed one of the days.
50% of
The guests in attendance.
You're kidding.
No.
Oh my God! Seriously?
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever been to a Comic-Con. I don't think I've ever been to a convention, a Comic-Con or otherwise, where more than like 10%
Really?
dressed up. Yeah, seriously.
I'd say it's about half.
No
It feels like it
kidding.
at least. And
Wow.
they have a big
1 out of
Saturday
2
night.
people. 1 out of 2 people.
I think well maybe not for the entire convention, but
Right.
like I had a cosplay and I wore it one of the days.
Wow. Okay. A lot of TARDISes, I'm assuming.
Oh,
Yeah.
But on Saturday night they have a big they call it the masquerade, and everyone who's in costume, you have to like apply and do all this stuff or like fill out paperwork.
That's like the San Diego Con.
Yeah, and then you're in the show.
Sweet.
Yeah.
And they have prizes and stuff for the winner?
Yeah.
That's cool.
It's all cosplay related stuff, but it's like really good stuff. Like there's like programs that you go to and can participate in, and they like give you free, whatever you need to get in.
Wow, that's cool. That's really cool.
Yeah.
And the panels, you had said something about they have like technical people. They have
Yeah, they have a lot of behind the scenes people. They have writers and they have directors and they have the actors, of course, but they also have people who work on props,
set designers.
set designers and things.
cool.
They
Do they
had-
bring a lot of props that you can like look at or anything?
Unfortunately, no.
That's a shame.
Yeah. They.
You can't steal all their stuff.
I
Ken.
don't want to steal. I never said anything about stealing. That's you. Don't project your inadequacies on me.
They certain years have had an almost like like science only track where like if you were just into like scientific side of things and didn't particularly care about the show, which why are you going to this con then? But like you could
Yeah.
just go to these science panels, which is
fun.
really interesting. Yeah.
It's fun. All right. Like the physics of time travel and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's cool. All right.
And then they have
Physics of time travel. You can't do it.
That's not true. Einstein said you could.
No, he didn't.
He did.
Can't go back in time.
I'm not sure about that one. I'm not sure if Einstein.
Wasn't
said that.
Einstein's whole thing just you can go forward if you go X amount of speed or something?
Plus, I think Hawking talks about it. Well, anyway. Anyway, a lot of canines. Do we see a lot of canines? I would love to have a little
not a lot
radio
of canines.
control
We
canine with
we
me.
get a fair amount of Daleks. They actually they have to put a cap on the amount of Daleks
Yeah, I can imagine. I can
because they
imagine.
just kill everyone.
I would totally have.
I imagine that would be a problem.
I would totally have an RC canine with me. That'd be a lot of fun.
I think there was 1 or 2 canines.
Yeah, I would totally want
there
that's
were
like
a lot of
having
Daleks,
having an R2D2 follow you around at Comic-Con.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like that'd be cool. I want that.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah.
Waiting for the BB-8s.
Oh yeah. I suppose there's probably a lot of BB-8s now. that
There
would
was
be
an
at Comic-Con.
R2D2 when I went to Comic Con.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there an R2D2 at Gallifrey One?
There was not an R2D2 at
'Cause that'd be
Gallifrey One,
fun.
but there was a Star Wars panel.
Oh.
Really?
kidding?
Yeah, there was a Star
That's
Wars
interesting.
panel. There was a Game of Thrones panel.
Wow.
And one of the actors actually from Sarah Jane was on Game of Thrones, and he's
Oh.
Iron Fist or somebody, I think.
Oh, that's Iron Fist.
I
think so,
Kid,
yeah.
The blonde kid?
Yeah, the curly haired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do they do a lot of that kind of crossover stuff? I mean, it's a science fiction show, so it makes sense that they do other comparisons and stuff.
Yeah. Well, those are always sort of like the smaller. Okay, the way that this works is they've got like the big hall, which is where they have the actors. People like John Hurt or like we had Michelle Gomez and Ingrid Oliver this year, and they had a panel. And then the classic doctors had a panel.
Ingrid Oliver?
She was, oh shoot, what's her name? With the inhaler who dresses like the Fourth Doctor.
Oh.
Oh,
in the Fourth
her.
Doctor.
Oh,
Yeah.
her. Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Who had a twin that was an
Yeah,
alien.
who's a Zygon now.
Zygon, right,
Yeah.
right.
Or maybe not.
I don't know.
I don't know. I liked her, though. She was cool.
But yeah, I liked her too. So she and Michelle Gomez had a panel together, which was kind of fun because
One
also
kills the other.
one kills the
One
other.
kills
yeah.
the other, right.
So that was really fun. But that's like the big hall, and then they have smaller halls where they have smaller panels, and then they have one kind of bigger one in the upstairs section, and I got to be on 3 of those smaller panels.
Wow, that's cool.
Fancy.
You usually have what they call panelists, who are just people who are going to be in attendance at the convention anyway, just like me. And then they have guests who are not necessarily like the big name guests, or people who have maybe previously worked on the show. Like I was on a couple of panels that Paul Cornell was also on, but he's not currently writing for the show, so he wasn't on those writing panels that the other writers were doing. And those were things like one of the panels was about companions in the new series. One was about doctors from the classic series, and one was about podcasting. And it was general podcasting, actually. I mean, we were all, for the most part, I think there was maybe one person who didn't have a Doctor Who specific podcast, but everyone else, they were Doctor Who podcasts. But it was like, by the end, it was like everyone went around and said their favorite podcast, but it didn't have to be a Doctor Who podcast. And actually, I think in most cases it wasn't. Like mine was the Thrilling Adventure Hour, which is, I say nothing to do with Doctor Who. They're obviously fans, but they're not.
Right.
They don't have.
Right.
the show.
Does Moffat show up on a regular basis? And if so, does he get beat up all the time?
He apparently used to. He has not been, I don't think, since he was.
He got tired of people beating him up in the parking lot.
That's why he doesn't.
So he doesn't, yeah. Yeah. I can imagine him not wanting to come now.
Yeah.
Everybody's mean to me.
But he used to, apparently, when he was writing for the show.
That's cool.
Yeah.
How long has it been going on?
Since I think it started during the Wilderness years. This was their 27th, I think.
27th year?
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Wow.
Wow, I didn't know that.
What do you want to know? This was your idea.
That's true.
I want to know, how can I get tickets?
That's true.
Okay.
Because it's in February, right?
Yes. Tickets are going on sale actually later this month.
So they sell tickets like 9 months in advance. That's tiring.
I want to say,
I don't know what I'm
this is
doing.
really bad because I don't remember the actual date. Maybe the 16th. It's whatever this upcoming Saturday is, I believe.
Okay.
Tickets are going on sale. It's over 80, but under 100. It's, I think, 90 something this year
She's right. 27 years.
God
that they've
damn.
been at that
Yeah,
location.
1990.
Can you imagine,
Whoa,
like,
I'm not positive.
27 years ago, like, the first one, it was probably just, like, the saddest, like, 10 people you could ever see. Because it was just, like, Doctor Who in the United States was only played on, like, PBS on, like,
Yeah.
Saturday
Yeah,
mornings, right?
yeah.
And
you're
this
absolutely
was
right.
the year after it ended.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Wow, that's crazy. I'm actually trying to find anything that says that it's been in the same place, but it doesn't. I don't see anywhere that it actually says that. Oh, location. Nope.
There you go.
Los Angeles Airport Hilton
Oh.
was the first.
Oh, okay.
Then the Pasadena Hilton. So it's Burbank Hilton. It's been
it's
kind
been
of
at the
all
Hilton.
over. Yeah. Well, no, because there's
Well,
the
not to the
Glendale.
Marriott.
There's the Glendale Red Lion, which I've never even heard of. But yeah. So
But it's always
they've
been at a hotel.
Airtel Plaza Hotel for years and years. It looks like. Los Angeles Airport Marriott. Is that where it is?
That's where it is now.
Okay, it's 2006.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's been there since 2006.
Okay.
But still, I mean,
Maybe that was because they did want it to be slightly bigger because the show had come back at that
Right,
point.
Yeah.
right, that makes sense. That makes sense. Wow. Anyway,
Yeah.
so I'm curious. I mean, it'd be nice if I could get tickets.
Yeah, it's really fun, but it's really hard to.
And
Did we
you
talk about the 2 minutes thing? The 2 minutes they sold out
Yeah.
Remember now what we recorded?
Yeah, I know.
And they don't do like professional badges or anything like that, like
No,
San Diego.
unfortunately, no.
Okay. Which is actually kind of nice because like that's kind of a thing that's always
true.
bugged me about San
That's
Diego.
true.
Is like they give so many professional badges. Like how many people could actually go
Yeah.
that want to go?
Exactly.
That weren't just people like I work at some little rinky-dink editing place and I get free tickets because Blair.
Don't you insult Michael. Not pointing out anybody in particular or anything.
I wasn't trying
Michael.
to, actually. I apologize.
We know people. We're just saying we know people who get
Yeah.
tickets who don't even use them. They sell them.
Yeah, or like people who are like, oh, well, I used to work for this magazine 10 years ago and I'm just still on that list. I know like 5 people who do that, and it's like, you're an asshole.
Yep, exactly.
You don't even
You
want to go.
can't get a pass because of your.
It's gotten so difficult. It's gotten so and furthermore, I mean, there are only what, like 3,000, maybe 3,200 comic book stores in the United States. We used to get 2 free tickets. Now we get 1, and we have the option to get a second one at a slightly, and I mean barely, like 10% off discounted price.
Yeah.
I mean, it's gotten stupid hard to. I mean,
But then you can get a ticket that way. I mean, that sounds like
It's true. It's true.
more than half the battle in itself.
No, it's true. It's true. I'm always guaranteed to have 2 tickets. I am, which is better than like I mentioned. I know people who have been going to Comic-Con for 30 years who can't get in anymore. I mean, it's just I mean, especially. I mean, I hate to say it, but especially older people who aren't on the computer a lot. It's like, oh, it's a cluster.
Yeah.
Oh, it's terrible. So no, I mean, I can understand. I can understand them not wanting to get a lot bigger, but I mean,
as it is on the scale that they are on, they are at that point.
they're getting to that
but
point.
they don't.
But they've got
wanna
a
make
lot
it
of,
bigger.
but yeah, but they've got a lot of places they can go to change that up. I mean, I was just looking at the wiki and it was saying less than 4,000 people. It's like Jesus. I mean,
That's
Comic-Con is something like 150,000 people, and then if you factor in all the people who sneak in, it's probably closer to a quarter. It's probably closer to a 250,000 people.
Yeah.
So, yeah, anyway, so they've got places where they can expand to. But that sounds really cool. I'm
very
actually
cool,
I'm
yeah.
interested. I'm interested. February 2017. That's interesting. All right. Cool. That answer all your questions?
Yes.
Can Pickles go?
I don't know about cats.
Damn it.
What about cats that are dressed like TARDISes? Because
Yes.
seems
Oh,
like
for sure, yeah.
Okay.
I have not actually seen any pets. I haven't even seen like seeing eye dogs, so I don't. I mean, I would
Well, they
assume
have
that
to
would
let
be
yeah, they have to
You
let
can't
them
not
out.
loud,
let
yeah.
them
they
see
have
my
to.
dog.
But I haven't seen that.
Do they have seeing eye cats?
Maybe. I saw a video about a little autistic girl who brings her cat everywhere, and it's a therapy cat, and they're
Okay.
my best friends.
Okay. All
It's
right.
super adorable.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. All right.
Yeah.
Well.
The other good thing, actually, though, about it being in a hotel is if you can actually manage to get a hotel room, which is almost as difficult as getting a ticket.
Probably.
Yeah.
That's really nice because you can just like go downstairs in the morning and you're there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't have to deal with traffic and all that crap. On
No.
the other hand, I mean,
I just pay $1 million for parking and then take my car
Yeah.
there.
there's got to be some transit there.
Well, if you,
This is California.
I
We
have
don't do
heard. I have not actually tried to do it this way, but if you park
Green
at the
line?
LAX,
Right.
you can shuttle over
Okay.
Yeah.
and just never go back to your car.
Yeah, but how
until you-
expensive is it to park at LAX?
Well, that's why you take the
Apparently
green
it's
line.
less.
Take the green line to LAX. You've never taken
I've never
transit,
even
have you?
heard of the green line.
You did you actually? Oh, did you go to WonderCon?
Not this year.
Oh, you didn't go to WonderCon. Okay.
I
So I was
know,
gonna say we
Mike.
did transit to WonderCon. That was great. I mean, literally a block and a half away from.
I'm an adult and I own a car. I drive places.
Listen, I'm a comic book store owner. Of course, I'm not an adult. Of course, I take.
There was a Yeti this year.
Really?
I totally forgot. We were talking about cosplaying. Yeah, there was a Yeti. I have to post the picture, actually.
You know what?
Oh my
You know
God.
what you need to do this year?
Can you post the picture of the
next
Yeti
year, I
right
guess.
over Ward's face right here?
Wow. No, what you need to do next year is you need to bring recording stuff.
I
so
totally
you can,
should have,
Yeah, so you can
yeah,
actually
so we can
talk to
actually-
a Yeti
Yeah.
when you're there.
I have a picture of me hugging a Yeti because there was a Yeti
That's
there.
funny. That's really
Yeah,
funny.
post it
I like
right
that.
here, right over his face.
Wow. Ken is saying he doesn't want to see my face. It's okay. I don't want to see his face either. I'd rather see Pickles.
Because he's adorable.
That's true.
And yet, you will not bring pickles.
Actually, I could bring pickles now because now I live like right down the street.
Okay, there we go.
So I should bring pickles next time.
Pickles his seeing eye cat.
Yes.
Anyway,
He'll just sit
is
on
that the end?
Here.
I think that's the end unless there's any...
You know what? You should play the Doors. This is the end.
I don't like the Doors.
Wow, I think somebody
I kind
hates
of
the
agree
Doors.
with that.
Really? That's a great song.
I'm indifferent to the Doors, but I hate that fucking song.
They don't have
It's
a
such a
bass
fucking
player. That
cliche.
really bugs me.
They what?
There's no bass. It's all keyboard.
Oh my god.
Wrong.
I am learning something new
that's
about
horrible.
all of you now. I'm gonna play the Doors as soon as I can.
Play the Doors. Just don't play that
Get
song
you
because
all
it fucking
out of here.
sucks.
That's the first song I'm gonna play.
It's a terrible song. Sucks.
Okay, so
Bye.
bye.
Disused Yeti?
Terrible timing. That was 11 minutes, 54 seconds.
I planned it that way.
I feel like we're getting worse.